Thank you. Thank you for coming to part two. I can't tell you how much I really appreciate it here at Dr. Lovebot. In case you don't know who I am, my name's Edward Thompson, and we're covering part two of absolutely the best relationship advice. And in this part two, we're talking about what long-term relationship people do, because they all seem to have the same thing in common. And number one is, well, I don't want to necessarily call them numbers, but number one anyway, they don't argue. Now, I know you're saying everybody argues, but no. Long-term relationship people, they don't argue. Actually, they refuse to argue. Now, they do disagreement. Now, when I say they don't argue, of course they argue once in a while. Not everybody is perfect, but for the most part, they really don't argue. They have disagreements, and they work them disagreements out. And when you argue, you say the most hateful things. So they tend not to argue, okay? Number two is they always put each other first, okay? So, and I'll give you a prime example of that. I was playing poker with my friends, which most of them are single, by the way. And I was playing poker with them, and my wife called me, and the TV didn't work. And she was all frustrated. She was home alone. She couldn't watch TV. And she asked me if I'd come and fix the TV, because she knows I've fixed it before. And I said, yes, honey, I'll be right there. And they're all like, you know, and they're all upset because I'm leaving in the middle of a poker game. And listen, friends come and go, but your wife is forever, okay? That's part of loyalty there, okay? When she needs you, you need to be there, okay? So that's why most of my friends are single. They don't get it, okay? So when your wife needs you, your girlfriend needs you, your boyfriend, whoever it is, they put each other first, okay? That's what long-term relationship people do. Also, they kind of put each other first in different ways. Women put men first in the way of they will cook their favorite meals, they will do things that they like, they will make sure that they're generally kept happy, okay? Well, men do kind of whatever women want, okay? That's how they keep their women happy, okay? So, you know, if a woman wants something, a man's going to find a way to get it. That's a real man, okay? Not just anybody. A real man's going to find a way to get it. It's so important, okay? And that old saying that's around, happy wife, happy life, couldn't be more true. I mean, that's absolutely true. And so the happier you can keep your wife, the chances are the longer she's going to stay with you. Now, I know some of you are thinking, oh, you're just pussy whipped and blah, blah, blah. Not even close, okay? I know the real meaning of keeping my wife happy and the importance of keeping her happy, okay? It's not just for a little putang or to keep her, or just for that. To give her way on almost everything actually makes me kind of proud, okay? So by doing that, you know, you're going to allow your wife to really, really love you. They are loyal to each other, okay? They're loyal in many ways, okay? They don't cheat, they don't lie, they don't steal from each other. They're honest people. Those are the ones that stay together forever, okay? They don't hide things from each other. They tell each other everything. Now, I don't mean absolutely every little detail in their life, but everything that they value as being important, they tell them, okay? That is super important. And the guy will always give the girl attention, whether it be sexually or just talking to her, filling her needs, giving her whatever she wants. Those are things that are so important in a long-term relationship. Loyalty and respect. Those are two things that kind of go hand in hand. Because if they're loyal to you and you're loyal to them, there's a bond there of respect that goes a long way. And loyalty is the highest sign of respect you can give your partner. Okay? But loyalty also means no cheating. You're not loyal to your partner if you're cheating. You're not loyal to your partner if you're out flirting with every other guy you see, or you're flirting with every other woman you see. That's not loyalty, okay? It doesn't matter if they're around or not. What matters is how your heart feels about it, okay? So loyalty, like I said, has a lot of different meanings, but basically it's saying you are for them and only for them, and you will be there for them through thick and thin, okay? No matter what happens, you're going to be there for them. If they do something you don't like, guess what? You're still there for them, okay? Because you love them, okay? So another great piece of advice that I can give you is we are all different. We all think different. We say different things. If you want to be together in a long-term relationship, if your boyfriend, your wife, your girlfriend, whatever the case may be, says something that you don't like, it doesn't necessarily have to mean that you have to reply, okay? Keeping your mouth shut sometimes is the best advice you will ever get, okay? Because not everything requires a response. Okay, just because you don't agree with them doesn't mean you have to answer them. Okay, you could just agree to disagree in your own mind. Okay, because you love them, you don't want to say something to hurt them. You don't necessarily have to tell everything that you believe. So loyalty is a big sign. Okay, honesty. Okay. Honesty is another big thing. If you're not honest, your relationship won't last. It's certainly not going to last until you're retired. You must be honest with each other at all times. Now, that doesn't mean divulge to them every relationship you've ever had, everything that's ever happened to you. No, it just means while you're in that relationship, you are to be 100% honest all the time. Now, if they ask you about your past relationship, doesn't even mean you really even got to answer that, okay? But it does mean that you need to be respectful about it. Loving to this person all the time. Not part of the time. Not a third of the time. 90% of the time. Now, there's going to be differences. It happens. But 90% of the time, that's what you want. Okay? Doesn't mean that you're perfect. It just means that you're loving and you're honest and you're caring and you're sweet. Those are all things that are going to make a difference in your relationship. And those are all things that long-term relationships have in common. Okay, loving. Loving is another thing that all long-term relationships have in common. Now, loving can mean a lot of things. But when they're together, they are super loving to that person. Okay, this person is super loving to this person, who has been dedicated to this person, who has been loyal to this person, who is super. One that long-term relationships have in common is communication. Okay, you must have good communication. Okay, that means you must tell each other everything. One person cannot be left in the dark about anything that happens in this relationship, because if they're left in the dark, it's just not good communication. Okay, now me generally, I like to tell my wife everywhere I'm going. It's a sign of respect. It's a sign that if something happens to me, she knows where to look. okay? Because she knows where I was going, okay? That falls in with that honesty thing, and it falls with that respect thing, okay? It's just a sign of something that we do, and it's also, great communication, because you're letting each other know on a regular basis what is going on. And it's so important to communicate and have good communication, okay? It's good to be supportive of your spouse or your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case may be. It's super important to be supportive. If they got goals in life that to you just seem unrealistic, you must be supportive of that. Just because it's unrealistic to you doesn't mean it's unrealistic to them, okay? And a lot of times people have unrealistic goals that turn out to be realistic, okay? That turn out to be something wonderful in their life that comes true because they never gave up. They tried, they just didn't give up. So being supportive in no matter what they do, is a wonderful thing. And it's something you should be doing all the time. I'll give you an example. The wife's car broke down and she's afraid to go to the mechanic because she thinks the mechanic's going to rip a woman off. Well, guess what? They rip men off too, okay? They find it easier to rip women off, but they rip men off too because they know how to do it. They've been doing it long enough. They know how to do it. So, but with that said, it really doesn't matter. You have to be supportive of her and understand and say, okay, honey, I'll go take your car in for you, no problem, okay? Being supportive doesn't mean it's just of their goals. It's supportive in everything in life. You must try to always improve yourself. I think we talk about this later, improving yourself is going to make you a better person. And trying to learn how to have a good personality. Because a good personality is going to get you a whole lot further than a bad personality. Again, you can check the link below and you can find out all about how to have a good personality. It's all in that link along with a better relationship. But it's very important, and being funny is part of having a good personality. The more you can make her laugh or him laugh, the more they're gonna love you, because when you're laughing, you're having a good time, and when you're having a good time, it's easy to fall in love. Okay. Well, we've come to just about the end of this video, and I really appreciate you watching. And if you liked what you heard here in this video, please smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. Support the channel. You help you help YouTube, you help my channel, and at the same time I can continue to bring in you great informative information to help your relationship, to live a happy and loving relationship. I thank you very much here at Dr. Lovebug. Again, my name's Edward Thompson. I'll be making more videos soon. So if you smash that subscribe button, you'll be getting that notification. I appreciate you very much. Y'all have a wonderful